Yeah, I mean, this one goes to Amanda. Like, speaking about trades, Nick, you were traded pretty early on in your career. You hadn't even played a game in the NHL yet. So, Amanda, how did you process Nick being traded so early?
We were in actually Vegas at the time that the trade was announced, and we were sitting at the. We just watched him play one of the rookie games because they
Yeah.
were at a rookie tournament, and we were. My sister was with us, my brother-in-law, and Rob and I were sitting there having beverages, and then all of a sudden, Rob just lifted up his phone and he got a message from one of the Las Vegas followers that he chatted with, and he said, "Oh, I'm really sad to see Nick leave, and we're going to miss him in Vegas." And I'm like, and Rob's like, "I I think Nick's just been traded." So we looked, and of course, we found out on Twitter that Nick had been traded, and his agent was there that night too in the restaurant that we were at. So Rob goes over and talks to Dave, and so we were all a little bit shocked, but very grateful that we were there. And I think you were only 18, Nick, at the time.
Yeah.
And like, I just think it was really, I was glad that we were there to support him through that because it is a shock. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I think he was called in by the GM and basically said, pack up your stuff. And what was really nice, though, and kudos to the Vegas organization, is that they're, I think, who was the gentleman, Nick, that walked you back over? He was like,
Will, he's our
Will,
player development guy.
yeah, player development guy, basically said, Nick, let's get your stuff. And then he walked him across the road and just, and brought him to us and brought him to the table and shook our hands and said it was really nice to get to know Nick and the family. And,
Mm-hmm.
But again, we just said, this is the business that we're in. This is what's going to happen. It's, it was totally a business transaction. And that's what I think we ended up chatting away with Nick about. And then Ryan McGill came over and sat with us, and that was really nice. And he offered us anything, any help or assistance that Nick needed. So we had a lot of support that night. And and the next day we went to the Hoover Dam, and we had a nice family day with Nick that we weren't expecting. And we got our damn picture at the Hoover Dam, the damn family picture at the Hoover Dam. And then, the next day, I think there was a couple of interviews and he had to do. And then we flew back to London, and Nick flew directly to Montreal. And the rest is history.
Yeah.
So, Nick, how was your reaction learning that you were heading to the Montreal Canadiens organization, the mecca of hockey? How was your reaction to that?
Yeah, it was definitely a shock at first. I had a couple of days to let it sink in, and had a good call with Berge when he traded for me, and got me pretty excited to be coming to Montreal. And obviously, haven't been looked back since. I love being here, and probably one of the better things for my career and where I am today. So very lucky that it was able to happen.
Yeah, we're very lucky.
We are. We know obviously this has been surrounding you for many months now, that your name is being thrown around to wear the C on your shoulder for the organization. So you can't reveal anything as to what's going on in discussions, but can you tell the fans what it would mean for you to have the C on your jersey? And Amanda, afterwards, just as a follow-up, what would it mean to see Nick wearing the C for the most decorated franchise in NHL history?
Yeah, for me, it'd just be a huge honor, especially following in the footsteps of the players that wore the C before. And just to be able to be the leader on the team. I've always wanted to try to be a captain and maybe in the NHL one day. So I've been lucky enough to wear the C before, and it's a huge honor for you as an individual, but there's a lot of things that you have to deal with. Just representing your team, your community, being able to do different things around the city, and being the face of kind of charity events and stuff like that. So it would be something that I would love to do, and if I were given that honor, I'd be truly grateful and ready to go for that.
How about that?
Yeah, like it would be an honor for Nick, and it's a lot to be given to a 22, 23-year-old. And I think he would do a fantastic job, but he would also be very supportive of whoever became the captain.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I mean, obviously, we'd be extremely proud of him. We are proud of him no matter what. And he'll just be Nick, and he's a leader no matter what. If he has an A or a C on it, he's always been a leader, and he's a quiet leader. That's just who he is and how he's always been. And he's a great teammate, and he'll just be a supportive person, teammate in that room, no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever happens.
Yeah, no captain can do it alone.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I mean,
well said.
we have
Team
so
sport,
many.
for
We
sure.
have so many guys that are leading every single day.
Mhm.
It's new guys step up all the time to speak. So even with when we had Webby, obviously he was a huge leader and big presence in the room. And but all the assistant captains that I've had, other older guys that have been around, like we had Corey Perry and Eric Stahl, and obviously Pricey, guys that have played at such a high level. They don't wear letters, but they're involved in everything. They help all the young guys out, and I've had great guys to learn from, and just being able to pass some of that knowledge to younger guys coming in. Obviously, we're going to be a pretty young team, so
Mm-hmm.
just supporting those guys is going to be important.